Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here, and we're off for more of a Hat in Time. And in the last episode, we got not only our timepieces and souls back from the Snatcher, but we also forced him to be our friend, even though he kicked us out of his forest. Yeah, we taught him a lesson. And, well, we're wearing a new dye right now, because in the last episode, we also went into the new level, Alpine Skyline, and took out the first, well, time rift piece in a free roaming level. Now, here's the thing. We have made it to the central hub of the level, which was Goat Village. And we didn't really learn a lot about the backstory, more like how the village itself came to be within the Alpine Skyline. And how we've got the fast travel with all the zip lines going around. Now, since we've actually entered the level at least once and made it to the middle and opened up all the other pathways, the level always starts off like so, and we start here instead of where we started before on the very first mountain. You can never go back to that mountain. You cannot take this zipline ever again. Thankfully, there are no actual collectibles down that route, so we don't really have to worry about that. Now, in the last episode, I was tempted on not picking up a certain badge, but upon further reflection, I'm actually going to pick it up because we've got quite a lot of ponds.
Have you noticed those bright flashing lights in the sky? They started appearing recently after some weird hourglasses fell from the sky. I wonder what they could be. In any case, I really wish they wouldn't be so bright. They're blinding.
What do you mean blinding? You're in the clouds. You're going to die closer to the sun than anyone else. Plus, you have a lava mountain. You have Death Mountain. What's the problem here? Oh, look at this. That's not normal water. That's blue ooze. Maybe that's spiritually charged. Yeah, the goats have some sort of spiritual energy, which is why their eyes glow. Yeah, what this little person said that I didn't mean to actually speak over, it pretty much allows you to zoom into a certain location that we need to get to. What location are we going to go to today is the big question. Well, first of all, I want to hop up here and actually buy the Mad Hatter badge if he has it in stock, I guess.
Not everything I sell is of value.
Yep, he still has it in rotation. I'm guessing that's all he has left. Let's purchase this and actually make good use of it. I think we're probably going to be swapping out our hover badge for it, which we've got the no bulk badge on right now. Unless you want to keep that on. I guess if we don't need the hook, we could swap that off. But we kind of need that to actually move around the level. So that's not really an option. We could take off the magnet, but I like to grab all my ponds. So I think I'm going to take off the no bulk for now and just see how we do. So, oh, it was already equipped. It replaced something. It was my magnet. It's funny, really, because like if you remember when we picked up that that additional magnet badge, that was basically a free version of the magnet badge, we could have actually had double of those, and like make the draw a lot bigger, like stack it. There's actually mods that allow you to do that, along with pair it, and you boost the numbers. We're going to go this way, to the fiery area, because if we're going to start anywhere, we must start with the most Zelda reference place imaginable. And I love how the music actually speeds up when we're swinging. It's like very Celtic in its sound design, I guess is the word. I guess, is this area like very Celtic? I guess it might be. Sizzling lava pit. Oh, so pit? Split, excuse me. For some reason I can't words recently. Basically, this area has pretty much nothing in it.
This heat is great. Oh, it's even hotter to the right.
And we can pretty much choose which way we want to go. This area's got, well, this entire level's got a lot of split pathings, and most of them are dead ends that have only one collectible in them. But that's what we actually want to be messing with right now, because we want to go this way first of all. And there, oh wow, I was smashing X and it didn't home attack. Thanks, game. I guess I'll have to double jump out of it. You know that achievement? Personally, I prefer the air, which is clearly a Star Trek, Star Wars. Get the words right. Star Fox reference with Falco. If we can home attack, why did I not home attack that enemy? If we can home attack 5 times in a row, we will get an achievement, and I actually personally do not have that achievement because of jank like this. For some reason, I can never pull off doing it multiple times, and even when I'm close enough to an enemy, I don't want to go off either. Can you please go off, please? I'm actually dying to rubbish. I'm going to void out in a minute. And once again, we don't actually get told when we get checkpoints, but it's pretty much at the beginning of every area. Pretty much where you respawn if you fall out. Right, so you know what? I'm going to ignore that achievement for now, and I'm just going to go over this way. If I don't get all the achievements that I need during the main gameplay, we can still go out of our way and get them at some point. Ah! Mystifying Time Measure. Now, you saw there that there was a horn times 1. That's pretty much what we need to actually activate and to complete this area completely. But it's not really necessary to come over here. This is actually completely optional. This is just for a collectible as well. So we will be dealing with this, of course. In fact, we might be doing the time stop hat this time, and with the Mad Hatter badge. In fact, I'll show that off right now. I tried to reorganize myself. It didn't work. If I activate this right now and then cancel it, look how fast it charges. That's pretty good. So we might be able to use that for something. Now, there's a drawbridge that we can't exactly make our way over unless we really nail our jump. But the intended way to do it is down here. So I'm going to hit this button. And we got 9 seconds to get up there and cross it. Of course, the time hat is, well, it's intended for you to use it, and with the Mad Hatter badge, we got more than enough time to use it because we can use the hat multiple times. And with that little jingle, once we actually cross the bridge, it will be permanently down. So we don't need to do that ever again. Don't know what makes that checked, except for video game logic, so there you go. Alright, so now we've got interesting buttons here. I'm going to slow time down again and go over this way because these two switches are linked. Both of them, or all of them that are linked, have to be pressed at once in order for it to actually activate instead of the normal one-hit single switches that we've been activating so far. And with that, we've pretty much activated another zip line that we can take. Oh no, not a zip line, excuse me. We're actually able to continue to get to the zip line that we can activate. And we're actually almost up there. Alright, so I don't need that health right now. I'll whack you too, so you don't send me flying. Get it? Because they're birds. And this is actually the direction I want to go. I want to go down this way first of all, because this is pretty much why I wanted to come all the way down this way. Oh boy. Luckily I activated that twice. Make sure you have the time hat. Because basically these switches are like what the crystal switches are in Zelda. They basically, in A Link to the Past, I guess. You hit them and one door closes but the next one opens and they alternate. Problem is there's no switch to get through this one, so it kind of lures you into a false sense of security. What you need to do is hit this, slow down time, walk through, and there you go. And what awaits you but a rift token. And now we actually have enough to take 2 spins, so we might actually go do that sometime in either this episode or the next one. Probably in the next one, because there's actually something that happens once you grab a timepiece in this level. Doesn't do what you would expect it to, so we've got to do this again in order for us to get out of here, unless you want to void out and restart back at the beginning of the area. That is your prerogative if you want to take the damage. I don't, because I kind of need all the health for, you know, actually getting that personally up for the air achievement. Weird frame rate lag there, it kind of spiked a bit. Don't know what happened there. But thankfully we're almost done here. We've got this little spire right here where we've got to activate 3 buttons in a row. So this one's actually kind of annoying, but with the Mad Hatter badge it should be more of a cinch. So activate that, bounce on the bounce pad, there we are. Time still ticking down. Activate it again, hit that button. Timer resets, which is nice. Nailed that one. I slipped, but I nailed it. And there we are, just materializes out of the ground. No explanation on why that actually happens, but we need to activate this horn in order to continue onwards. You've cleared the mystifying time measure, so yeah, we don't really have anything progression related to do here, but funnily enough that doesn't actually mount to anything story or even progression wise, because all it does is really just allow us to come down this way if you don't want to make a massive jump, which you probably could make, I'm not entirely too sure, but it just leads us to a relic, which once again comes a rift token because we have more than 12. Yeah, we've already placed all of our relics, so it's kind of funny how that you can still collect relics at this point. Thankfully, they actually took the opportunity to turn them into rift tokens. That's all that we have to do around here. There's a token and a rift to... well, a relic in order to grab. That's literally all there is around here. 2 collectibles. Yeah, they kind of have like miniature platforming challenges as separate sections of the level, and the reward is just a collectible. and obviously the main collectibles being the timepieces are for the main attraction at the furthest point of every route. So that's kind of how it works there. Right, if I can nail this one. Nope, didn't want to go, and I'm not back where I started. I'm back to where we actually entered this area in the first place. Yeah, that's a little bit confusing. Can I do this? Oh, there we are. That's 3. That's 4. Can I do this? 5! There we go. It's on screen. Never had it before, and I still voided out. But you know what? That is awesome. So I had to be a little bit creative there in order to get it. I just missed the final one in order to actually clear the gap, so that's a bit of a shame, but we can take it a little bit slower now because we've actually got the achievement. You don't actually have to live in order to get it, so that's very generous. And the lava cake. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, don't touch any of this fire. It's not just for show, it's actually there, so be careful. Don't burn yourself. And yeah, we just got an achievement. We're about to get another, well, the opportunity to get another one in just a moment. Ember Summit. There's a item to collect around here. That's literally all there is. But we still need to get through this in order to continue to the lava cake. What that guy called it, I guess. I want to grab every pond, so I'm going back down. I'm not going to take the long route though, so I'm going to come back over here, jump up, and then jump up again. So yeah. We're actually coming over to the lava cake. Now, the thing about the lava cake is that when we're going through that area, if we can, from the start of that area, if we can go all the way to the timepiece and not land in the lava once, we get another achievement, which is Don't Touch the Lava, I think it's called. It's a little bit bland of a name, but, you know, it's still an achievement. It's a little bit challenging. You just basically can't, basically the floor, it's called the floor is lava, that's what it is, because effectively touching the floor is lava, you want to stay on the platforms. I knew there was a more of a creative name to it. I just took 2 out in one swing. Fair enough. Right, I want to come up this way, I believe. Do I need to come up here? I don't think I do. Yeah, but even though this is a hole, I can stand on it. Yeah, I want to come over this way, because this is where the collectible is at. It's right up here. This one is really janky, and the camera doesn't really help, because what you want to do is stand on the windowsill over here, but every time you try to center the camera right behind you, it doesn't exactly cooperate. So we've got to land on this very awkwardly. There we are. And then we want to get over here. The no bonk badge helps immensely around here. I do not have it equipped for the Mad Hatter badge. But there we are. Got up here. Careful of those guys. I'm surprised they didn't knock me off. I'd get hit, but didn't go flying. And an ice yarn just sits on top of a fiery area. We're not at the actual lava cake, but we're in the area. Once again, it's just keeping the place conditioned, I guess. And because we found the collectible, we're done here. We just need to continue going through in order to, you know, get to the lava cake. And it's actually right over there. So we were at the very end. We just had to go do a very unique jump. Of course, if you're looking around by just panning the camera up, you probably would see it due to the rainbow glow that it gives. So it's not that hard to miss, but getting to it itself is the real challenge. Mainly because of the camera. It's funny, really. Most of my criticisms is like small little inconsistencies and jank, but I really want to hone this in. This is one of my favourite indie games ever made. Probably a little bit more than Undertale in terms of replay value, because I just love playing this game. Well, that's very Mario Odyssey. And I love collectathons as well. I mean, like, considering that I just said Mario Odyssey, before Mario Odyssey, the only closest games that we had in this kind of style was Mario Sunshine, which was about 10 to 15 years old at that point, and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, even though they were built in a, well, try to emulate that style, every level was pretty much linear. It was pretty much like a 2D, 3D world in a way, or with a 3D world with physics. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, we're pretty much about to start the lava cake here. Once you go through this cannon, the challenge will properly begin. So let's hop in and blast off.
How'd the place end up like this anyway?
Don't know, to be perfectly honest. I mean, one pilgrimage later and you got yourself a spiritual goat that is considered a god by most. I did not want to do that. I want to go under the brewing hat. Yeah, I haven't used Vivian's hat for a while, mainly because this hat actually gets affected by dye now, and I don't know if actually touching these, getting hit by these fire traps, I guess I would call them, or fire bars. Oh boy. Okay, I made it. I don't know if getting hit by fire anywhere actually counts as losing the achievement, so we'll have to just be wary. If I do touch the lava, however, I will also go through this entire area first, and then I'll just do it again later on. Yeah, if you can time your jumps like that, you can pretty much chip it out. I don't think I missed anything, did I? I don't think I did. I mean, the split off that we need to go to is actually further up, so... Swing. Yep, because there's our first item right there. Yeah, you gotta be really careful with these pillars. Just swing just for assurance, because I don't want to hit the lava trying to get this time stop yarn. I guess the time stop yarn's actually really helpful around here, because you can slow down time to make the platforms a lot easier to land on. So that could be a thing. Or you could, you know, just be really skillful with your jumps and be a daredevil, like I've currently been doing. I don't play by the rules. You crazy? Alright, so, you know... Why did that not equip it? That was weird. I've got to stop using the wheel. I've got to start using the fast swap. I'm going to use this.
Hi! This is clearly a safe place for a child to be.
Excuse you, you're shorter than I am. Right, let's go. Oh, okay. For some reason, that didn't want to go off for a second there. That kind of spooked me. Wait, hang on. Did I go the wrong way at some point? No, I haven't. Okay. It's the next layer. It's the next layer. There we are. Right, now, before I continue on through, I want to use this ice panel, and I'm going to use it so I don't actually fall and get hit by the lava.
I think I spy some treasure.
Because there's some additional stuff on this lone spire, which, by the way, the achievement still counts for this area, so be careful when going through this. Alright, we've got a lot of perilous jumps this time. I think I am actually going to switch to the no bonk badge, just in case if I need to make a dash and I don't want to bonk. Like that! Oh boy, I didn't get enough height on that. That's bad. I might want to double jump out of this instead. Camera would be very... It didn't go! Why? No! Why did I not wall climb on that? That was weird. I kind of like came to a standstill. And then I kind of like fell in a free fall. That was so weird. Right, where do I go now? I got to do it again. Yeah, that kind of catches you out. You actually got to do it twice in order to get enough height. That lava's really dickish. So if I do that and then turn... There we are. You can just barely turn yourself into the platform if you jump away from lava. Come over here, and there's a chest just sitting right here. That's all that we had on this entire mountain. Is another rift token. Yeah, and you have no idea that it's here as well, because if you look in the distance, because it's in a chest, there's no rainbow glow, so you just gotta take that guy's word for it that there is treasure. But that is pretty much it around this area. You don't get a completion notice. That's literally all there is. So I'm just trying to see where that red... There we are. The zip line was, so I can land on the tree, and then I can just go right back into the action. Yeah, the music also seems to change, like, in the location that you are, and obviously when you're swinging as well. I thought I would just be quiet for that. Right, so I want to go to the brewing hat here. Don't know if getting hit by those fireballs coming out of the, Actually, they're not fireballs, they're burnt fish that are still somehow alive. So, oh, I see you there looming. Almost got hit there. Right, back to the time stop hat. I guess I'm using the wheel just to switch even quicker still. Right, let me make this jump. Haha! It's got the no bonk badge, remember, so I'm not going to bonk and fall into the fire. So that's pretty helpful. Why did I do that? That was dangerous. Way! Right. There's a collectible all the way over there we need to go grab, and these ones, thankfully, even since they're not technically here, they're not actually affected by the lava itself by going up and down. They're just dwellered. So your own time limit is your own judgment on that one. But yeah, on top of this knife in the lava cake, there's a brewing yarn at the edge of the handle. Why is there a giant knife here and a lava cake? How is it not even melting by the heat? It makes no sense. I mean, obviously the knife is here because it's a cake. It's called the lava cake, but at the same time it's lava, so I don't know. Right, I'm just going to do this because I'm a rebel. There we are. Right, so we've got some falling platforms here. I want to be a little bit careful with these. Nope, I want to land on that, please. Thank you. Time stop hat is... That wasn't actually the time stop hat. It actually had more time. I was low into a false sense of security by my own hat power. That is not what I chose. Yeah, we haven't actually bumped into the cats in the level itself yet. But then again, if they were around here and they were knocking you for a loop and you tried to hunt them down, that would be a bit unfair considering the location we're in. So they're probably in a more cool location. I mean, cats are cool. That's what the phrase cool cats comes from, innit? Let's swing over here into yet another cannon, going even further onwards. And we are almost done for this episode, actually. We're coming close, and I have not fallen into the lava yet, so we might actually get this achievement first try. And because I don't have the Mad Hatter badge, it takes forever to recharge, so I can chuck a bomb. That's annoying. Right, now I have to go to the time stop badge again. Do I have the Mad Hatter on? No, I want Mad Hatter back on. I kind of need it. Right, so that pops up. I mean, if you time it right, you don't actually have to, you know, wait for it, but I'm kind of lagging behind right now, so I'm just getting a little bit angsty there. And the timepiece is literally right in front of us. I'm not going to go for it right now, though. I want to go to Dweller Mask and go this way. No, I don't like that. Hang on. Hang on. I mean, it would be nice if I could just grab the timepiece right now, but from up there, we'll be able to actually grab it anyway. So, yeah, I want to wait for that to pop up first before jumping over. That was bad. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. That was actually pretty crazy. I had the timing, but then I kind of messed myself up. But if you can go past the timepiece, you can get yourself a brewing yarn, and then you can just make a mad leap to it. But with that, that is all the collectibles in the lava cake done. Now, I would say that's the end, but there's actually something I've got to talk about once we grab the timepiece. There we are, the floor is lava. I thought I already had that achievement. I guess I didn't. You've cleared the lava cake! We have not been kicked out of the level. And what are these plants? And where's that spore going off? They're like dandelions. Oh, he ate it! I don't know if he should have inhaled that, but look where we are. We're actually respawned back in the level. I just realised that the spawn is right in between the boards. Probably not intended, but that's actually kind of funny as that kid jumps for joy, defying gravity. Of course, it's one hitbox, but you know what I mean. But yeah, after all that, we have just completed only one section of this entire level. And we've still got some time, but as you've noticed, we haven't been kicked out of the level. We're still in the level. That's one thing about this level, since it's free roaming. When you grab a time rift, I keep saying time rift, timepiece, it doesn't kick you out of the level immediately. That's your prerogative. As it's free roaming, there's no story needed for you to actually choose another act, because you are your own act chooser. But we're actually done here for now. I actually want to go head back to Mafia Town, so I'm going to have to exit the old-fashioned way, back to Hub. Alright, so if we check back into the level right now, because we've already completed one of the major timepieces, it actually appears as something that you can choose as like a normal act in other levels. The thing is, if you actually choose that location, you will be warped to that location. So if you want to start in the very middle, you go to free roam. If you want to start at the lava cake, you click the lava cake, and vice versa. So in a way, it's kind of fast travel outside of the level itself. So if you've made it somewhere, but you don't want to go there right now and do that platforming challenge, you can actually leave via the hub, and then go back to the act select, and, you know, just go for another one and unlock all the locations. Because once you reach the area and get that Mario Odyssey title card show up for that location, that's when you can choose it from the acts. You don't have to complete it in order for it to show up. Now, we haven't been in Mafia Town for quite a while, and we've actually had this blue timepiece here for a while now. This is the first time I'm actually bringing it up. The reason being is because that, well, this mission we couldn't really do. And we're not actually going to do that mission right now either, because, well, we couldn't have done it before, but we can do it now. We're just not going to do it in this episode because the blue time rift has shown up. Where is it located? We've seen that before. There was a green ticket around there for the green vault, if you remember, way early on. So, I think we're going to do the usual and go to the golden vault and collect some collectibles before we hop into the time rift. We're back in yet again, grabbing upon loading. Upon loading. Can I even sound more redundant? I don't even know. But we have the hookshot badge now, which we didn't have last time we were here. And even when we were here last time, we weren't able to explore the entire area. So we'll be finally able to grab that ice yarn that was submerged under the lava. So, yeah, upon starting on the Golden Vault mission, we're right opposite the clock tower that has a chest that has been taunting us since pretty much the beginning of the game. It had a token in it. How convenient. So yeah, we can basically swing into action right now and just grab all the stuff that we've missed. And the second thing that we want to go get is at the lighthouse, which is in this direction over there. Yep, right over there. So let's just jump down. Make our way over there while blowing up a lot of stuff in order to build up more money, because we need 500 pons, if you remember, to get that one-hit hero badge for achievements later on. And since we're back in Mafia Town, which we haven't been in a while, that's actually another reason why I plan to come back to Mafia Town now, as a bit of a contrast to just show you that, yeah, even though it's not counted as a free roaming level, it can still function as such. So it's pretty cool. I've kind of overshot. I need to go over this way, but that's fine. We can blow open some more of these barrels and get some more money. Perfectly fine. There we are. Funny, if we have the Dweller Mask now, we could do these blocks legitimately, but I'm not about that life. Instead, I want to come over this way and make our way on top of the lighthouse and grab a bunch of ponds along the way. Could use the hover badge, but we could just land in the water, so it's perfectly fine. We don't need to worry about that. The Mad Hatter badge will be perfectly fine. I always used to call it the Fast Recharge badge, but call it the Mad Hatter badge actually makes sense because, you know, the Mad Hatter, well, it's called the Fast Hatter, but the Mad Hatter sounds a little bit better. And yes, what was up here this whole time but yet another token that I can't seem to get up and grab. Okay, what's going on here? There's no other way for me to get up here, game. Alright, you know what? I'm finding this a little bit weird, so I'm going to do a new bonk. Hang on, I was doing it in the wrong direction there. Right. Jump over this way, do that. No, why are you not turning around when I'm doing the double jump? Nope, that didn't give me enough height. Why can I not get up here? There we go! Why can I not get up there? That was so weird! I had to do that like 5 times. Probably more, I wasn't keeping count properly. But yeah, on top of the lighthouse, well, almost the top of the lighthouse, there's another Rift token. Yeah, we've been grabbing a lot of Rift tokens recently. Well, we've been grabbing hardly any yarn at Alpine Skyline, and most of those have been time stop yarns, because that was the last hat necessary. And, well, that's kind of how it goes, really. It's like, the only collectibles that we really have left remaining are the few remaining relics, like that one up there. And, well, other Rift tokens that are just Rift tokens in general. And with the hookshot badge, we can actually come up here and grab this. This is a PC exclusive. Swing above the boats at the docks, and you just get it. It's been taunting us since the beginning of the game, pretty much well, you can see it in the distance of Act 2, but Act 3, basically. And, yeah, it's a relic that you could have got then, but it's a Rift token for us. And considering that we're over here, we can dash over here right now and come back around this way. And we can go get this one that was submerged just barely under the lava. But yeah, that one for some reason is a PC exclusive. It's not there in the console versions of the game, but that's not really going to mess up with our totals, because right now we've had that's the wrong one. We've had a PC exclusive token. We've already had another PC exclusive token, but there is a console exclusive token, which we will be covering not soon, but we'll get to it. So, yeah, that's kind of the thing. So, oh god, how do I get out of here? I forget. Can I just climb up? No. How do I get out of here? Oh, I was climbing up the wrong way. I'm a right muppet, and I'm getting stuck on everything now. You know what? I'm going back with the Fast Hatter badge. I'm not liking this. Oh, no. What are you doing? Hat Kid, please! You need some grip on your shoes. I thought you used to not get slipped by ice, and now you're slipping on literally everything. Wow. Alright, so I'm just going to continue taking out enemies, and I'll meet you guys... Well, not enemies. I'm going to continue grabbing a few ponds along the way, and I'm going to meet you guys back up to where the blue time rift is that we're going to go for. 451 ponds, and we are back in the little marketplace underneath the plaza. If you remember, this is where we were grabbing a couple of the the green tickets for the green vault, and look what happens to be in this little caved-off alcove. The blue time rift that we need. We're going to finish this episode off on this, and yet another prize to our rift roulettes. Alright, so Mario Sunshine yet again. We've got a bunch of platforms with raccoons that are going to probably dive bomb us, so we're going to be careful about that. I am going to quick switch. There we are. I actually used it that time. I keep saying I should, and that time I did. We're going to use it for the sprint hat. However, nice blueberry pie. Maybe we'll be able to, you know, just be a nice smelling hat kid. So that we don't get bundled by these guys unless they are hungry for pie. Don't know where I was going with that, but there we are. Yeah, that slope kind of spins around, so Maybe don't do what I did, but this is quite a very short one. I can just literally platform all the way across this, dashing around the place. Checkpoints are really generous, and we're pretty much at the end of this already. There wasn't a lot for me to say, so I guess my terrible joke can end on a good note, except for the fact that the end here is a little bit of a tease. It's actually attached to the rotation of the block, so you got to actually platform around and wait for it to be in a good place for you to jump at. And even then, can you grab it? Well, I did, and there we are. 32 timepieces. We're starting to get up there in the numbers. Alright, so what's our prize for this time? I never know how to start these off. That actually looks like something that you would actually wear at Alpine Skyline. I think that's an ice hat flare. Don't recognise it. In fact, I don't recognise the one above it either. These are new for me. I don't if I've seen them before, I don't remember them. Well, I like my Dweller mask flares because they look like hollow masks. But you know what? We'll go for one more reroll. Well! We got a tinfoil hat with goggles. That's a time stop hat. That's why they're new, because we didn't have the time stop hat. I don't normally get time stop flares. That's why. Well, with that, I am actually going to equip this. We'll see how it looks and see if it's affected by dye. And in the next episode, guys, we continue through we continue in Mafia Town and go back to Mafia HQ because there's a few items there that we haven't got either. With that, see you guys next time.